What's going on, good people? So, yesterday, Bungie dropped this big freaking Lightfall Crucible update. So, I read through it again, so you don't have to like I do the TWABs. And let me tell you what's going on. Let's get into it. Alright, so, starting off, we got upcoming changes, right? In Season 20's mid-season patch, we will be making another set of larger changes. Clash will be leaving the quick play playlist, leaving only control, so it's going to be the control playlist, and it will be replaced by Iron Banner when Iron Banner is active. Both playlists will continue to use loose SBMM, but we will be making some changes to the matchmaking parameters. Loose SBMM will have its skill and connection filters modified so that the latency windows will be expanded at the slowest rate, and skill windows will start tighter but can expand more quickly as needed. This should manifest as more evenly matched games with lower skill variances for most players, with the primary fallback being gradually increasing the skill variance as opposed to widening the connection quality. This does not mean you will never see lag in Crucible. In addition, we are splitting the current rotator into two separate playlists, both of which rotate game modes weekly and both use connection-based matchmaking, with no plans to change this. Alright, so the first one is going to be Crucible Relentless Rotator. This is Clash, Rift, and Zone Control. And then Crucible Party Rotator. That's Mayhem, Scorched, and Momentum Control. All remaining freelance nodes have also been removed with Fire Team matchmaking in place. Alright, so now competitive division, Rumble, and private match will remain always on as options. And this is a look at what that'll kind of look like, excuse me. Additionally, we will be running Crucible Labs starting in the middle of Season 20 to put 3v3 countdown and a few variations through their paces. Alright, so Fire Team Matchmaking. At the start of Season 19, we added a new feature to our matchmaking called Fire Team Matchmaking. The goal of Fire Team Matchmaking is to keep fire teams mostly matching against other fire teams of their size, making it easier to play as a solo or a duo in 3v3 or 6v6 matches. So if y'all played Trials this past weekend, it was active. You were able to go in solo, able to go in duos. Let me know how y'all experience was for that, for the people who tried that. How do y'all feel about that? I think there's a lot of big problems, but overall it was better than past Trials. So I think it's a positive thing so far. But what do y'all think? Let me know. Anyway, let me keep going. So this is all just numbers and graphs and stuff, which I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to check those out, but I try to make this shorter for y'all. So competitive division matches players based on their skill, not their rank, in case you didn't know. So now let's talk a little bit about how is skill determined. We don't just look at your stats and pick a random skill. Each player starts out with a neutral skill value and they play against other players, all of whom have some skill value. This is neutral, the skill value we're talking about, if they haven't played, or some positive or negative number if they have. After the match, it ranks all the players based on a wide variety of internal stats, generally weighted towards stats that are correlated with winning. Once everyone is ranked, it looks to see if there are any players out of place. Guardian A played better than Guardian B, but Guardian B has a higher skill. It takes those two Guardians and tweaks their skill values, pushing Guardian A up and pushing Guardian B down. Over time, it becomes more and more confident in player skill and will start reducing the amount skill can be pushed up or down after a match. You must play better than your skill consistently over several matches before it will improve your skill. So it can feel like you get stuck in your skill, and this translates to your competitive division. We are going to be making some adjustments in a future season. Alright, let's get more into it. If you are below your target division rank in competitive and have yet to reach it during the current season, we are looking to add some additional ranking adjustments, as well as blend your current division rank with your skill for matchmaking purposes. So if you place below your target division, matches should be easier to win when you start your climb, and you should get more for each win. This helping each system will end once you get near your target division. So deranking back down will not produce the same results a second time. They also say it can feel too hard to break out of your target division once you reach it. We are looking at loosening up the confidence of the skill system described above and making it easier to increase or decrease your skill rating and your associated division rank. The actual skill system is a separate server that does its calculations and skill adjustments out of sync with the scoreboard in the match. So we must do a rough estimate of the skill adjustment in the scoreboard to be able to give a rank adjustment in the moment. They say we are currently happy with how this estimate is working, so we are taking a more thorough pass at the scoreboard estimation for skill adjustment and bringing this more in line with what the skill server is doing. Alright, we want to show you an average of the other team's skills on the scoreboard, so you can have a better idea of both how good your team is, especially compared to you, and how good the opposing team is. If you win, your division rank will go up, even if the skill system thinks you should go down. Conversely, if you lose, your division rank will go down, even if the skill system thinks you should go up. We are taking a hard look at these values. Skill was attempting to judge your individual performance relative to the other players, not whether your team won or lost. And finally, if you are well above your target division, it scales your gains down and your losses up. If you are well below your target division, it scales your gains up and your losses down. This can result in some 5-point wins, but we think this is working well right now. Alright, that was a lot of stuff. That was a lot of words. Basically, what's going on is they are tweaking matchmaking, and they're tweaking the way that they score your skill for matchmaking. And a very rough way for me to put this is that they're going to loosen up the parameters so it's a little easier for you to climb up, and in some cases a little harder for you to get knocked down and stay in a lower ranking system. That makes sense? Hopefully it does. Alright, competitive rewards. This is what we care about. This is what we're here for. Alright, what are the competitive rewards? We want competitive division to have more rewards to chase for our most dedicated PvP players. And back when we introduced the system prior to Season 19, we promised more information. Today we have some. At the mid-season patch during Season 20, Lord Shaxx will have a new emblem for you if you are Ascendant 3 or higher, and that's this one right here. There will be a stat tracker that allows you to put your current competitive division rank number on PvP emblems. So there's an example of that. Boom, boom. This is the emblem they're talking about, and here's the rank. Alright. At the start of Season 21, the Rose Hand Cannon will be replaced by a new competitive division-only sniper rifle for participation in the playlist. We plan to add new weapons to the competitive division every other season. Rose will be available again in the future, but will be unobtainable during Season 21. Lord Shaxx will also have a new Season 21 Ascendant Emblem. We are adding a new Ascendant Emblem and retiring the previous one each season. Lord Shaxx will have a transmat effect for all players who reach Silver 3 or above. Not only is this transmat the first one you can earn directly through gameplay, it also uses some new tech so it can change its appearance based on your current competitive division. Let's take a look, shall we? Alright, this is what it's going to look like from the lowest division up. Alright, it changes that color. Platinum, that's okay. Oh, okay, alright. It changes the size of it too. Got you. Alright. Let's see. Competitive quality of life. Mid-season. Spawn overshield, aka spawn protection. The overshield that you get for a couple seconds when you respawn was originally tuned for Destiny 2's launch and has not been touched since then. As anyone who has been killed while respawning can attest, the launch shield values have not kept up with our sandbox. You're damn right. In the mid-season patch, we are adjusting spawn overshield from 52 HP to 150 HP. This is separate from the overshield you get when you are revived, which is unchanged. Okay, I think that's a good thing, right? Competitive and general Crucible quality of life. Alright, spawning. Thank you. Let's talk about spawning. My gosh. We are investigating disabling the backfield spawns for control and clash and adjusting the influence of objectives, e.g., capture zones and allies so that players spawn nearer to allies and ally-owned objectives. We are also looking at alternate objective locations to make gameplay more central. For 3v3 modes and non-objective modes, we are looking at making lane maps feel more round by keeping objectives and spawns more centralized. We are also experimenting with blocking off portions of the maps with barriers. After lane maps are in a better place, we will start working through other maps and modes. And then lobby balancing. We are investigating a new style of lobby balancing that should make the team compositions feel more even in terms of skill allocations, while also keeping the balance of the teams as close as possible. Alright, I'm curious on that one for sure. Alright, let's talk Iron Banner. While many of us love rifting a fire team of experienced players, it isn't currently as friendly to solo players, PvE players, or new players as we would like when we feature a mode in Iron Banner. Expect an Iron Banner specific twist to address those factors in a future season, as well as new twists we're cooking up as we speak. We are also looking at ways to decouple the challenges for earn a daily reputation bonus from complete matches as specific subclasses to earn a pinnacle in Iron Banner, but don't have a solution that we're happy with yet, so they're working on changing that. Alright, for Trials of Osiris, we have a few Trials labs on the schedule for Season 20. We will be using the labs following the mid-season patch to gather feedback on a new Trials matchmaking system which will remove the flawless pool and ticket-based matchmaking in favor of something different. The summary of goals for the new Trials matchmaking system are: allow players to play with friends without worrying about whether they have gone flawless. Okay. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Remove the motivation to reset cards in order to farm or carry, please, yes, please. And then better protect players who are struggling to find success in the playlist. Those all sound like good things. I'm very curious in the implementation though, not gonna lie. Alright, with the intent to push it live full time in season 21, later in season 20, we will have a more in-depth discussion about trials, including additional changes that are coming to the game mode in season 21. Here's a little preview. So they're going to do updates to passages. Passage of Wealth will reward extra trials rank on every win. The amount rewarded increases as your major rank increases. The Mercy will now forgive 2 losses if you have not been flawless for the week. Reverts to its old behavior of forgiving a single loss once you go flawless? What? Mercy will forgive 2 losses? Okay. Changes to the Gilded Flawless title requirements. We want to bring this more in line with Gilded Glorious and better reward dedication along with individual and team skill in trials. A new flawless emblem. Rewarded for going flawless without ever trailing in any of your wins? Huh. Okay. Experimenting with changing the main trials game mode to be Zone Capture Elimination, which has been renamed to Dominion, and then a new introductory quest to better onboard players into the trials environment. Alright, for the most part, I think that all sounds good, right? What do y'all think? Alright, new and returning game modes. In addition to the return of Meltdown PvP map in Season 21, a new Vex Network map in Season 22, and Citadel's Reprisal coming in Season 23, we're planning to add several new and returning game modes to the Crucible rotation, starting with Countdown in Season 20. What the hell is Countdown if you haven't played D1? Countdown is a reprise of the classic Destiny 2 elimination mode originally featured in Trials of the Nine. In Countdown, 2 teams go against one another in a single life battle for control of 2 Cabal charges. These are bombs. As part of this reprise, we brought in variants of Countdown that add features like respawn and multi-bomb. Here's what to expect. There's going to be Countdown Classic, the standard Countdown experience, elimination team versus team with a Cabal charge as a focal point. That's one charge, 1 bomb. Alright, so the attackers arm one of 2 sites. Oh, excuse me, no, it's 2 bombs, my bad. So the attackers arm one of 2 sites and defend the charge until it detonates. Eliminating defenders wins as well. The defender's job is to defend both charges from being armed, defuse any active charges, and eliminating the attacking team wins. Alright, the maps that will be on are the Fortress, Radiant Cliffs, Pacifica, Midtown, Eternity, and Meltdown. And then there's going to be Countdown Respawn. The same experience as the standard Countdown, but with no elimination rules. Players respawn after 7 seconds and can be resurrected immediately by another player spending their revive token. Players only have 1 revive token per round. So attackers arm one of the 2 sites and defend the charge until it detonates, and defenders stop them and try to defuse any charges. Alright, the maps that will be on: Fortress, Radiant Cliffs, Pacifica, Midtown, Eternity, and Meltdown. Then there's Countdown Rush. Countdown Rush is a twist on the standard Countdown experience featuring multiple Cabal charges per round. It also features the same respawn and resurrection rules of Countdown Respawn. Once both charges are out of play, the round ends and sides swap. Players earn points via detonation, defusal, and defense. In a defense win, The defending team is awarded points per site defended, meaning if both charges were up, they would get 2 points versus 1 if only one charge was armed. So attackers arm and detonate as many charges as you can, and defenders defend both charges from being armed and defuse any active charges and hold off the attackers. One variation of countdown will be featured each week in Crucible Labs starting in week 5. And now let's talk about Checkmate. So looking forward, we're going to be exploring new modes that branch out from the standard Destiny sandbox. Checkmate is a new set of game rules that intends to create a slower paced experience where players have more opportunity to react to encounters and where power spikes are earned rather than guaranteed. This includes changes to how special ammo is acquired, ability recharge rates, weapon time to kill, and the player's health settings. This mode is a significant shift from our core experience, so we're currently targeting the Season 22 timeframe to make sure we have time to tune the many interacting systems. Checkmate is built as a modifier, like we use for Nightfalls, and can be easily applied to multiple standard modes to give us maximum flexibility going forward. As we get closer to the final shape, we hope to convert some of our other modes like Momentum and Mayhem into modifiers too. Alright, my gosh, this was a lot of freaking stuff to read through and talk through. So excuse my typos, alright? Oh man, alright. Tell me, what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think these are positive? Are y'all happy with the rewards coming to competitive? I'm still hoping for a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie. Still hoping for a little bit more. Nothing beats the pinnacle weapons that they used to have. Nothing beats that. I'm sorry, the pinnacle quest. This sounds better. I definitely do appreciate that they're trying. PvP needs help. They need to give PvP some love. So this is a step in the right direction. Alright, so that's how I feel. Please hit me with your opinions. Please tell me what you would like to see. Tell me if this is gonna get you more into trials, competitive, PvP period, or are you gonna hit them with the Drake nah? Anyway, thank you so much. Please reward my time and effort with a like, a sub, hitting the bell, and especially comments really help the algorithm. So thank you, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please be safe, and I'm out.